Warning, parental guidance is advised.
How great would that be?
Jason, we're starting.
We're ready.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
Are we recording, Paul? Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Fun fact, right?
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
What's the fact?
You already know this fact, but Dan doesn't. I'm doing it for his sake. Did you know, Dan?
Lady Gaga is a woman.
Did you know, Dan? If you want to save on rations, right? If you ever come under hard times, you need to save rations. Then
Just kill your dog.
if you eat nothing but corn,
Saying that Stella's got plenty of
nothing
meat on
but
her, so
corn,
that's fine.
right? Just eat nothing but corn
So I
and
need
water.
to turn into a crow.
and
Corn!
And no, just eat nothing but corn, right? Then when you shit out the corn, it will be exactly the same as you had it.
If
And
you
then
don't,
recycle it.
as long as you don't chew your corn.
What, sweet corn?
As long as
Exactly.
you don't chew your sweet corn.
Don't chew your sweet corn. Don't chew your sweet corn. Eat it. Then when you shit it out, it'll still be corn.
Still be edible.
You can have it again. You might not want to have it again, but you know
You certainly could.
these are trying times, Dan. We need to ration.
Yeah, we're
what we
run
can.
by a Tory government. It's like
That is
Wolfenstein
true.
3
That is true.
without maniacal Nazis. We just got
You know
Boris
how in,
Johnson.
You know how on TV you get like American versions of English shows like the US Office or US MasterChef. It's our government is now UK Pizzagate.
Interesting thing.
Okay, Pizzagate.
Interesting thing. Ash makes a handsome Nazi officer,
Yeah, I do. Fuck yeah.
and his baby face was in the flames of the 9/11 explosion.
That's also true.
You've just reminded me, right?
What did I remind you of, Jason?
You know the Pizzagate conspirators, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a way of linking Pizzagate now to Madeleine McCann.
Yeah, I saw
They
that.
say that John Podesta and his brother were in
I won 10
Spain.
quid.
Were in
Did you?
Spain at the time
Nice.
that Madeleine McCann got
Get your money
kidnapped.
back.
So
I need to get £2 now to get my money back.
Dan's doing his scratch cards.
Yeah, Dan's just scratching some scratch cards. Let's just go. On
Yeah,
with the
let's
intro.
just do the opening while he's scratching his cards.
Scratching the shit out of a piece of card.
Tripod. Three cunts and they're sitting here doing nothing but it's a tripod. Tripod.
Oh baby.
Oh,
Oh,
baby,
baby,
oh,
a
baby, oh,
triple.
baby.
I have won 10 quid, that's 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, we're excited. Dan's winning scratch cards.
30 quid. 40 quid on
My boy.
Drinks on me, guys.
Yeah.
Hello guys and welcome
Got 5
to
more to scratch off.
Do one at the start of every segment.
Right, that's the first one then. I'll do one
with your hosts
Fucking have
Ash.
it.
and Jason and Dan.
All on it like a car bonnet.
Hello, welcome to
Excuse me, I fucking did the intro because you were too
tripod.
busy tackling Dan over there.
with me, your host Ashley.
It's episode 27.
It is episode 27.
Episode 27.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to get that many Star Wars films?
No.
Probably. No
Episode
Disney.
27. Do I have to fucking watch this?
Episode 27. Han Solo's been caught again.
In front of me today we have the one, the only Dan, the
lover
winning
man.
man. Well, you're the winning man today, aren't you?
And the lover man.
And the lover man,
Dan, the lucky man.
Cameron.
Cameron.
He is. I'm moving the microphone because I need to get my voice into it.
Do you know what? This
What?
year has been absolute shite, right?
Yeah.
Up until about a month ago, where I met
All
a
agrees.
woman who I am steadily falling for day by day. And
That's
I just
pretty
won 40 quid
homosexual.
on a fucking scratch card.
One scratch card.
And in 2018, I shall be a semi-pro MMA fighter, and my dream would be to beat the shit out of Conor McGregor in front of millions of people.
Oh baby.
Do you hear that, Connor? He's
First
coming
round
for you.
knockout, I'm going to knock his fucking teeth out.
And on my
For
left
looking like
today
me.
is the flat cap wearing, cardigan
Victor
boy,
Meldrew,
super
Richard
cool
Wilson.
Jason.
It's me, Cardigan Boy.
Hey,
How
see
you
that
doing?
cardigan 447.
How you doing?
Does father know you weareth his drapes?
Oh,
It is a
funnily enough, my dad has this exact same cardigan.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, because your dad has that,
You do dress a lot like your dad.
I mean, we're both very alike.
I've just realised we're both wearing white chinos. Like, this can't do.
Isn't that
Yeah,
the
it's a
cunt's
bit
choice
weird.
of trousers?
Yeah.
Okay, one
I'm
of us
not
is
a
going to have
cunt
to
then.
change.
Sure, we're wearing denim.
Fine.
See? That's brilliant.
Don't
Don't
Ash is
de-pants.
taking his trousers off.
Don't de-pants. No,
He
stop.
is-
No,
he is
stop
aiming
it.
the-
Stop it. No. Ooh. That picks up pretty well.
That's
Considering we've got nothing planned for today, this is going really well.
Yeah, so
Don't tell the people that.
Oh no! We've got Dan at the movies and a Dan's top 10.
we're winging it, guys. We're winging
Okay,
it.
And
also
Dungeons and
guys,
Ashtons.
guys, you're forgetting. It's time to introduce our wonderful producer, Paul.
Well, hello. Thank you for that.
Do you know what you should do for your intro? Play a bit of a guitar as your intro.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Like,
I'd ask how you're doing. But I don't think you really want to ask that question, speak to you.
No,
He's
I
had a
don't.
tough week.
It's been really shit week. Thanks.
However-
He's had a tough week,
However, as usual, Paul has beautiful hair. So it's
but
okay.
you've got beautiful hair.
Oh, thanks.
keeping up
Mm,
appearances.
What do you
always,
use for
that's
your
our
hair,
fault.
by the way?
Sunsilk.
You just go natural.
Yeah, natural.
Oh, nice.
I
There you go. That's the secret to.
You don't wash it in a
beautiful
stream.
hair.
I didn't actually tell you guys.
While like the tribe of some South African villages like watching you,
Piss in the water.
and you.
So I didn't actually tell you guys. Do you want to know how I keep my hair so perfect and smooth?
Because you're muggy.
No, it's a mix of elephant's cum and virgin blood.
Why are you taking Brandon's blood?
That's all right. That.
Brandon's not a virgin. He's just bad at sex.
He's verging on something. I'll tell you that.
He's verging on
He's
The edge
verging
of-
on insanity. The edge of insanity.
the edge of tomorrow.
Step forth into
good
the
movie.
chasm.
I miss Brandon, man. We need him back.
He's
Yeah,
coming
we
to
need,
mine
we
tonight.
need, yeah.
That's why I was saying we could pop in after.
I'm
our
going to the
podcast.
cinema tonight.
Oh yeah, what are you going to go see?
Going to see Murder on the Orient Express against my mum wants to see
Oh,
it.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, those words came out a bit odd. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
my mum wants to see it.
That's cool.
Because I want to see my mum.
I want to see your mum, Ash.
Me too.
All
You're,
of her.
you're in a relationship, Dan.
All of her.
Dan, you're in a relationship.
That's why she'll never listen to this podcast.
This is derailed quickly.
oh,
Paul, save
oh,
us.
Oh, I'd like to
Next
listen to this
segment.
podcast. No, you fucking don't. Everyone and their mums is packing down here.
Like who?
Yes.
I didn't win. Farmers.
And
Farmers' mums.
he didn't win on the second
I
one.
didn't win
You
on the
didn't
second
win,
one.
sadly.
That's a shame.
So, how are you all doing, guys?
I am 28. No. Let's get my maths right. Yeah, 28 quid in though.
Nice.
That's good.
So
I've still got
profit.
4.
Imagine one's just like minus 50.
It's like bargain hunt, but you don't have to put up with the twats that take you around the market going, oh, this is good as for £10. No, I just buy these for 12 and make 40 quid.
So Jason, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good, you know. I did a production at our local theatre.
Was it Flesh Gordon?
It was not. I wish it was though.
hard.
Jason sure loves
Minge the
drama.
merciless.
Yes. I performed a production of Fame at our local theatre.
Fame.
And I'm gutted
Subtitle,
I missed that 'cause
anything
I like
but.
Fame.
Basically
It's a good
anything
film,
but,
innit,
yeah.
Fame? I like it.
I
never seen it.
I was the drama
Huh?
teacher, Mr. Myers.
Yeah, the original's the best
I've
one,
not
yeah.
seen it. I can't say.
I've not seen the remake because I just thought remake. Nah, shit.
So what were you saying, Jason? Sorry.
Yeah. So we did Fame. I was Mr. Myers, the drama teacher.
Cool.
I got to do no dancing. Very
Good.
happy about that.
no, you had to do dancing.
No, I didn't.
The black guy did all the dancing for him.
Yeah, the
What,
black guy.
They did have a black stand-in for
He
Jason.
got the black guy to do all his dancing.
It
They-
wasn't,
they-
it wasn't
they had a
Ahmed
black
Best,
guy,
was
yeah.
it? Jar Jar
They had
Binks.
like a single black guy, and he played the black character.
His new nickname is Token.
It was great, right? He was like, he was speaking to me backstage, and he was
Bollocks.
like, you know what? I bet my costume is going to be like the most stereotypical black man outfit ever. And we went in there, and there was like a chain, there was a cap. You know, he was wearing like the jersey that they wore, and then the shorts.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
dank trainers, and I was like, oh man,
Dank trainers.
It is.
That's
he-
another word. that
This
should be
is the
banned before
blackest
9
man
PM.
alive, right here. He's blacker than black.
Did he body pop?
He might have. I
Did he
wasn't
spin
paying
on his
attention
head?
when he went on stage. He did do a rap though, and the rap was banging. It was really good. Probably my favourite part.
Was
of
it
the
as
whole
good
thing.
as a certain person who's going to be featured in my top 10 best rappers of all time?
Yes,
I'm not going to spoil
exactly
it for you
who
just yet.
you think
Yeah.
as well.
I need to write that down. Actually.
You know who it is, guys.
So
So
What
yeah,
else you
that
done?
was good fun. I went to my local Tesco and helped out with moving chairs
no,
in a production in another theatre. That was fun.
fair enough.
Couldn't lift anything, so I was pretty much useless. I was just
No.
standing there being like,
Nothing
"I
new
wanna
there
help,
though,
guys.
Jason. To be fair,
I want to help."
Jason being
Um,
useless. It's a given.
That's pretty much it. The
Fair
rest of
enough.
the day, the rest of the week's just been like nothing.
You did drama and you
eventful.
attempted to lift chairs.
Yes.
but it was fun. It was a fun week, and I'm
Okay.
glad that I did it.
What about you, Dan?
Not been up to much, really.
Anything
Sort of.
anything at all? You went to the Farmers, didn't you?
I went to Farmers on Sunday.
Which is a lovely
yeah.
carvery in Peterborough.
Oh
town.
mate,
You should
£10
go there. Well, it's in the X-ray,
95 for a
actually.
large plate. Pile it up high.
Is that unlimited meats?
Laid all the gravy. Yeah, I had a bit of everything.
No, can you go back for unlimited
Beef,
meats
pork,
though? That's
turkey.
asking.
Nah, they're cunts. They won't let you.
So you only go for one lot of meats.
So they lose half a star, so it's 4.5. But yeah, it's really good. It's like $7.95 for a small plate if you like have the stomach of a little tiny bird,
Little girl.
and $10.95 for a large plate.
Little girl.
Fair enough. That's
Me
not
and
bad.
Louis were hungry though, man. We polished our plates off in like
It's 'cause
2 minutes.
It's because you're big boys.
Yeah, it's because I had no
But
breakfast.
can you
that's
get- can
why.
you get
I went
unlimited-
to the gym and didn't like replace the
But
protein
can
I
you
lost.
get-
Breakfastless
Can you
big
get
boy.
unlimited veg?
No,
That's retarded.
I had cauliflower cheese. That was nice.
Cauliflower cheese is delicious.
Mm.
We actually,
The spuds though weren't as
I
good
went-
as Kate's potatoes.
I went to my parents' house.
No,
for
she
dinner
makes a good roast potato, man. She
in the
really
last
does.
week, and we had this. Because my parents are on slimming mode, right?
My diet is going to be like in
Ooh.
jeopardy. Because
Fair
her
enough.
parents are good cooks as well.
Nice. I'm a good cook as well, but I cook healthy
Yeah.
things.
I can mention her because she won't listen to this.
Yeah, no.
I won't let her.
No, I went to my parents' house for dinner last week, and we had
Don't
some.
taint
Only,
your
only
vibe.
till
Cauliflower
after we
cheese
get
and
married and I've
shit.
made us on a prenuptial. That she won't get any of
Yeah,
my
prenup.
figure collection.
I want my ricochet figure, you
All
cunt.
my, all my custom mouthguard for MMA.
She'll like listen to this 2 years down the line and be like, "You little shit,
You little... Yeah.
you cunt."
You wanks.
Anything else, Dan?
I went to the cinema.
Yeah, that's going to be covered in tripod
that'll
at the
be-
movies.
It's like I was babysitting.
It's funny because Dan's the only one going to the cinema recently and watching films.
The thing is, though, I seem to be going with younger people. It's like people are like, hey, he's a cool older guy. Let's invite him out.
Okay, there's two things wrong with
Free
that, Dan.
babysitting. It's like, yeah.
There's
I
two,
think Dan's a
Dan, there's
cool
two
older
things wrong
guy.
with that, yeah?
I made
One,
you're
you're not cool.
I
One,
made-
two, you're not a guy.
I made Sam blush yesterday.
Who?
Sam. Tweet.
Oh, hey, yeah, okay.
Because
Yeah, I know her.
Kieran spent 70 quid on comics.
Yeah.
To when I said, you could have took a lady out, a beautiful young lady, out for a meal and still have like 20 quid left maybe. And then like Connor was saying, I paid 1,000 quid for an iPhone. And I said, for that 1,000 quid you could have took a beautiful young lady on holiday and have a bit of rough and tumble in the hotel room. And he was like, I don't know any beautiful young women. I was like, well, Sam, she's a beautiful young woman. And she blushed.
That's adorable.
How did she feel about you implying that they should have rough and tumble in the spare room?
I think she's up for a bit of rough and tumble. She won't listen to this, it's fine.
I think she does have a crush on him.
Bit of rough and tumble.
Can we not include this in the podcast?
No, we are.
She's like he's like a nerdy chav, but I love him.
He's a
Gossip
great guy.
Corner
He's a great guy.
with Gossip Corner with Ash and Dan.
Anyway,
did you hear about that, Michael?
he got fired from his job, I hear.
I hear everyone and his mums is packing down here.
That could become a permanent segment.
What, Dan's Gossip Corner.
Ash and Dan's
Corner.
Gossip Corner.
My neighbour at number 17 walks around stark bark naked.
My neighbours...
From 3 to 5.
Oh.
Did you hear he
Oi,
likes
Dan.
to bugger horses?
Guess what I found in my back garden
Ooh,
today?
are.
Or yesterday?
Strawberries.
No.
What about raspberries?
I found burnt tinfoil and little blue bags.
Oh, that must have been a kid doing their science experiments.
Yeah,
How long would it take for this
That's exactly what
crystal
I
meth
thought.
to burn?
Anyway, no,
The kid was never
My week.
seen from again.
I went to London on
'Cause you're a cunt.
Thursday last week. Went to London to do a thing.
Do you know I said I wasn't really up for this today? I
Yeah.
am now.
Okay, good.
But they
good.
wouldn't let him in.
Ash was just outside, like busking. He was like,
Did he turn up at the building and was like, ain't you got a concert to go to, Mr. Sheeran?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
and Ash is like, but I only had enough money to get here. And they're like, well, that's not our concern. So Ash is now on the streets. He's
Fuck
like,
off.
he's like sitting there, you know.
I had to walk back from London.
We'll do Ed Sheeran impressions for food or a ticket back.
I
nobody gave him
truthfully
money.
once went to London with a friend of mine, and we spent all our money on the ticket. Got to London with no money, and
Nice.
found on the street an envelope full of money.
Nice.
And
That's
we had
great.
a great day
That's
out. Spent it all. Madame Tussauds, McDonald's, Science Museum.
How much was in the envelope?
Can
Can you remember?
God. I remember seeing quite a few £5 notes, and I just picked it up. And I go, way!
Fair enough.
We walked round the corner. There was no receipts or name. It was just an
Yeah.
envelope with cash in it.
Fair enough. Maybe you found a dead drop.
Possibly. Yeah.
You know, either it was a mysterious benefactor or
We're
someone.
just fucking lucky.
Your name has been on someone's shit list for like 20 years.
Yeah, I did that. That was cool. Yeah.
No, I was in London having an interview for a volunteer position.
And you're going to take a knickers off. I mean, Nicaragua.
Yeah, I'm going to Nicaragua.
Can't say
February.
that, Dan. That's racist.
Take her knickers off.
This Friday I'm going to fucking Doncaster
Take her tighty whities off.
to do the training for it. Yeah.
Not even the name
Basques
anymore.
and stockings.
Other than that,
Ooh,
I've not really done
matron.
much. I kind of sat around the house and did fuck all, and then got ill yesterday.
When do you leave for Nicaragua?
February the 12th.
So, house party at
Oh.
Ashes between February and May.
Do you have to have
Well,
lots
you
of injections and stuff like
I've got
that?
to get a full vaccine.
He'll come back, there'll just be,
Ash
there'll
needs-
be
Ash
branded
needs
naked
injections
on the
anyway.
city.
He'll come back when...
Vaccines cause autism.
I thought watching Rick and Morty causes that. Or
No.
is it seizures?
Watching Rick
Seizures,
and
there you
Morty nurtures autism. It's different.
He'll come back 11 stone.
True.
What?
You'll come back 11
You'll
stone.
be like really malnourished.
You won't want to eat anything out there. And all that.
Yeah, no. But they actually said in the email,
Hi, guys.
you'll mostly be eating rice,
Yeah.
beans, mushrooms, and carrots. I'm like, okay, cool. I like
Sounds
those things.
dank.
I actually really like that kind of. I like that kind of food. From over there,
I could survive on rice. I think.
I could survive on that sort of level of food.
If
Like,
I could
'cause it's
eat
got-
nothing but rice, then
Did
I would
you
survive.
know-
You've got the veg, you've got the protein, you've got the carbs and everything, so it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be doing work all day. I will lose a lot of weight while I'm over there.
I've made my top 10.
You'll come back and we'll be like, Ash.
It'll be weird.
Did you know you can't survive on rabbit?
On what?
Rabbit.
I didn't know this.
If you were living in the wild and you had nothing apart from hundreds of thousands of rabbits and you kept killing them and eating, you'd die.
Why's that?
Because rabbits only contain one thing that you need, and all the other stuff you need to survive wouldn't come from the
You
rabbit.
could eat grass.
Cocaine.
You'd have to eat
Yes, eat cocaine.
vegetables
Marijuana?
or
No, that's what the
fruits
rabbits have
in
inside
addition
the
to
tree.
rabbit.
Whole
That's
marijuana.
what
Or
the
something,
nose is
yeah.
like that all the time.
If you ate just
Their
rabbit,
tails are
you'd
like-
die.
What rat?
You can just eat pork, you can just eat beef, because you get other stuff from it. But rabbit,
Can you live on just rat?
I would think, yeah, you can.
Rat
Yeah.
is tasty. Rat is really tasty.
I've never had one.
It tastes like really good chicken.
Really?
It's really, really good.
Is that a quandary, by the way?
Isn't
Can
it?
that be a quandary?
It is
Why does
now, yeah.
everything taste
It's
like chicken?
Yeah.
That's a
Dan's
really
doing
good
another scratch
quandary.
card, guys.
Oh, let's see.
I thought I'd won it. Am I going to the
I'm
Bahamas
excited.
or am I going to
Croydon.
Magaluf?
Ibiza.
I won fuck all on that one.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay.
Well, on that
that is
note,
next segment time.
yeah, let's go into the next segment.
Just one cornetto.
I was the one who wasn't ready this time. Ha.
Wait, have you actually started recording? Oh, okay.
Okay, it is time for.
A brand new segment! Brand new segment alert!
It is.
Sunday.
It is the tripod Ofcom word of the week.
See John Cena fighting the steel cage. Sunday.
So,
Paul,
if
can you get like sorry, just quickly, Paul. This is for jingle sakes. Can you like make that echoey and then maybe do a sick guitar riff on the back of that?
Yeah, that can be done.
Oh, I could
Alright,
get
cool.
my neck out of
So,
plastic and go,
for any of our American viewers who don't know what Ofcom is, it is the it's part of the I think it's part of the British Board of Classification.
is it a passive
Basically,
aggressive
they decide what we can show on TV. Now in England, you don't have this in America, but in England, after 9 o'clock every day, you go past the watershed, and that is when you can start showing more graphic content and uncensored swearing and things like that
like
on
Boris
TV.
Johnson's ball bag?
Basically,
Yeah.
after 9 o'clock, we in England are allowed to say the fuck word,
On TV.
and you can't.
Guess
Yeah,
what though?
fuck you.
Get
Guess
fucked.
what?
We get uncensored.
Guess what?
Gar-
But on a
Gordon
podcast,
Ramsay.
on a
Mhm.
podcast, you can say fuck anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We get uncensored Gordon Ramsay, so get fucked
Yes,
American
we do.
cunts.
It's amazing.
It really is. Also,
It's
he's more mellow in England, but he still swears. Like I remember one time I was actually watching one of the compilations the other day. All those American ones where he's like really loudly swearing, and then you got one where he's just like in England where he's just like the woman's like, no, I don't want to do that, and she goes to slap him because he calls her stupid. And goes, no, why are you being a dickhead? Stop that! Stop being a dickhead, you fucking dickhead! Stop being a dickhead.
Stop being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Just come on, guys. Stop being a dickhead.
Anyway, so
Cunt of
I
the week.
found
Or
the
word of the
the Ofcom's guidelines on what can be said before and after the watershed, and it
Is-
had a
is-
list of words.
There's cunt flaps on it.
No, not specifically. But it's got the word cunt, and cunt
What
is.
about chocolate starfish?
No, it isn't actually.
Yeah, chocolate starfish apparently is okay. So
Really?
That's fine. Well, that
So
isn't,
you-
that
so
isn't
you
on the
can-
list. You can say chocolate starfish.
You can. So,
Ash?
Yeah?
Do you like my chocolate starfish?
very much so. I want to eat it again.
What about Jap's eye?
That is on
That
there.
isn't.
That
No,
is
no,
on there.
that isn't on
No,
there.
well, it wasn't. No, you're right. You're right.
Jap's eye
uh,
wasn't on there either.
Anyway, so we pick a word a week, and we tell you
What about turd burglar?
it's not. Oh no, wait, no, something like
No,
that.
no,
was on
no,
there.
it ain't
Fudge
on
Packer
there.
was on there.
Fudge Packer's on there.
What about
Anyway, so
what
oh,
about hamburger?
Can you stop? I'll try and
Dan, you're
explain
going
this
to
bit, please.
ruin-
Thank you.
Pillow
It's a really-
biter?
Pillow biter. Yeah, that was what I was just about to say.
Pillow
that.
biter was on there.
Fudge packer?
Fudge Packer was on there.
But what if you're actually a full-time fudge packer?
Can I please finish my segment,
I'm
please?
just
Sorry, dude,
fly
carry on.
fishing.
Rug muncher.
That was on there.
J.R. Hartley, fly fishing?
Let's just hear from Ash what was on there.
Go on, Ash, go on. Go on,
So,
Ash.
The word we've got this week, which is a word or phrase, in fact, it's two words. It's one I love a lot.
It's
and
not
I
passive
think-
aggressive, is it?
Yeah, it is. No, and it's very silly. It's a silly phrase that I think is on the list, and that is beef curtains. You're not allowed to say the word beef curtains before 9:30, actually, because they think it's too offensive to show
Beef
even
curtains.
9. Like there's actually a level. There's actually a level. You can say things like
What about
bastard and prick before
What-
9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, you can go with your fucks and
If
your shits and stuff. And then it goes to 9:30 and
But
10.
beef curtains
If
is
you
where we
can't
draw
Beef
the line.
curtains
If you
and
can't-
cunts and things like that is
If you
only
can't
after
say
9:30.
beef curtains, but can you say bacon drapes?
No.
What if Bjork?
Technically, bacon drapes isn't actually on the list,
It
so
isn't,
you
no.
could
Good.
say that.
Bacon drapes.
What if Bjork or someone like her
Yeah.
dressed up in like they have done, a meat suit, and then said it's to match my curtains made of beef? And you
It's to
recorded
match
and
my
said,
beef
so she's got a
curtains.
beef dress and some beef curtains?
What if at Harry's
Can that be
and
said?
what if at Harry's and Meghan's royal wedding,
It would be.
someone like Lady Gaga wears like a beef
Exactly.
dress
The
with
meat
curtains?
dress.
It would
Lady Gaga sporting a dress made of beef and lovely beef curtains there as well.
it would actually be censored. They adhere very strictly to the Ofcom rules.
But you see, this
because
is
they can get their show banned.
this is the beauty of TV producers, because they do this all the time.
I'd like to hear
You'll
Prince
notice-
Philip say
th-
beef curtains.
This is a
Liz, put your beef curtains away.
that's he's probably said that.
More than likely has.
But can you imagine what it was like when he found out that Harry was engaged to an American? Oh, get his bloody Yankees in his country. Oh, hey, Meghan, how are you?
A mixed race American. A mixed race American. He must have.
Bloody mixed race spear chicken American. Oh, hey, Meghan, how are you?
How are your spear
They're just waving their spears around in the air.
Would you like to see my magic spear?
I hear you're very fond.
You know, he opened Edith Cavell Hospital.
Yeah.
My dad was working there at the time, and he was stood there lined up with the workers. And he looked at my dad, pointed at him, and said, "A weed between two daffodils." And my dad called him a prick.
I mean, to be fair, he is a prick.
He is.
Anyway, so like
His supervisor, like, you can't
Lovable
call him
prick.
that.
in
I fucking
terms,
can.
in terms of
He's not my prince.
in terms of severity, how would
Yeah.
you say beef curtain rates
I'll be
on a
honest
scale of
with you,
1 to
it's-
10?
It's not. I just don't think it's that insulting.
They
Could be
actually
a
put
four.
they actually put they put words for genitalia higher than words like fuck or
Really?
arse.
See-
Yeah,
See,
for
for
shit,
me,
sorry.
Kate Hopkins should be in that a thing on that list.
it's on my swear
Piers
board at home.
Morgan, Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin isn't a swear word. He's
Actually,
just a
Alec
cunt.
Baldwin-
He is a
Right.
fag though.
He's a federal actors guild.
He's a big old cunt. He is.
He's
a big fat
offensive.
fag.
He's just offensive.
Passive aggressive should be on there. Soft Brexit, wheat fields,
What about hard Brexit?
Breakfast.
I said hard breakfast then.
NHS.
NHS is good.
NHS is a dirty word.
Strong and stable should
Is
be
it
banned.
Glenfield?
before 9
Glenfield
o'clock.
should be banned as well because I think
Glenfield.
we've heard far too much about that.
What, Grenfell?
Glenfield, that's it.
They released the figures of the amount of people who died.
How many people died?
About 70.
70.
Fuck
wasn't
me.
it?
Which some
Do you know-
people are saying there's something funny there because there were well over 200 apartments
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like there was no warning beforehand that
The thing that upsets me
It
most
happened,
about this
so-
though is like the Hillsborough tragedy.
Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
is that? How long ago was that? And they're
well-
still investigating it. This
Yeah.
is what's going to happen to the poor people at Grenfell. It's going to
Yeah.
be 30 years down the line, and we're still going to be like
well, the
investigating. on
problem
My-
is,
my big
the
example-
problem is
sorry.
it's the government and the police force covering it up.
yeah.
It's because they do such a cack-handed job of
For
trying
sure.
to push it under the
Tory
rug
government.
or just get
Tory
rid
government.
of it. Well, yeah, Thatcher was in charge when the
Actually,
thing happened.
lizard men.
My big,
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
David
listen,
Icke?
my
Is it
big-
David Icke? His name is.
my
Yeah,
big,
David Icke.
Yeah, lizard people. Huh?
my big thing for that is like, for an example of things that have just been gone on too long investigations is the Madeleine McCann thing. She's dead.
Oh,
Give me your opinions, Ash. Well, what do you think about Madeleine McCann?
Her parents killed her by accident, then hid the body, and then claimed that she was lost.
she saw a red
Is it like-
balloon.
is it
and
like
Pennywise
oh.
turned up?
Is it like the episode of Family Guy where Peter's like, I think he like kills someone by accident, and he describes the culprit, and he says like he's a guy wearing a clown makeup, he's in a giant clown suit, he's got like
So
a funny
Boris
tattoo
Johnson
on
then?
his left cheek,
Boris Johnson.
and then they sort of zoom over, and the guy is actually there. And he
no,
says-
Donald Trump.
Is it like that?
No, because
Okay.
there was some compelling evidence, such as the fact that when
Not
when
just evidence, compelling evidence.
yeah, for example, when they first walked into the room and realised she was gone, the first thing they screamed was, "They have taken her." That was it. They've taken her.
Yeah, but there might have been like role playing as Scully and Mulder in the bedroom, and it
Well, no,
was
'cause
like, the aliens have taken
the idea
her.
was they were they were at a restaurant and they'd taken her to go back.
They have
The big
taken her.
one-
He screams as he plunges into
Didn't she
her
have
moist
two
chasm.
different coloured eyes? Are you sure it's not Bowie and
Yeah,
Drag?
sure.
She
The-
has
the-
got an odd eye combination.
the big
yeah.
Ground
one-
control
yeah.
to Major Tom. I've got to leave.
And the big bit of evidence
So
was the
Madeleine
fact
McCann was
that
David Bowie.
someone described a
Case
man.
closed. I'm Poirot.
Someone described a man carrying an exact description of Madeleine McCann away from the hotel, and the man's description fit exactly down to the buttons on the guy's pockets of Madeleine McCann's dad.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what happens, children.
And they
if
found
you
her
don't
blood
eat
in-
your Brussels sprouts.
They also found her blood in the boot of their car.
You get killed.
And they documented that they were giving their kids sleeping medicine to make them go to sleep when they went out.
What,
well.
like a baby?
No, just like
Nurofen.
full on sleeping medicine.
Oh
Proper
my.
sleeping medicine.
Thank you for this edition of
But we've
Conspiracy
got-
Corner with Ashley Masters.
but we've got cunt of the week.
We have.
And
Cunt
who
of
is
the
your
week.
cunt of the week?
Mugabe, or E-by Gun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he's lost power of his country.
I was going to do this for
No,
the news
no,
section. Fuck.
No right-minded person will lose their country so easily. So he's a cunt.
We'll,
that was-
we'll elaborate on that during the news section.
And that
We'll
was
talk all about
Ofcom
that.
word of the week.
And Dan's muggy cunt of the week.
Conspiracies.
Conspiracies.
For your
Next week.
information, every other week's going to be Kate Hopkins or Piers Morgan.
Next week, flange.
Flange.
For on purpose.
Oh, army lover, let me have a nibble at your beef curtains,
Hello,
love.
my lover. Would you like to drive my combine
The
harvester?
word beef curtains is just so fucking right.
Beef curtains.
Let me have a
I
nibble
prefer
at your
bacon
beef
drapes.
curtain. It,
Or
it,
if you're-
it sort
if
of
you're a
makes me
certain-
think of like rotten meat.
Yeah.
When
or
I
if you're
hear
a
it.
certain individual that comes in
tapping
on
me, thank
Wednesday, today's treat, bacon bites.
Okay.
And it's time now for Dan's top tens.
Is it?
Dad's top tens.
Dan's top 10.
Dad's top 10.
There you go, that.
Ah, awesome. Right, so it's Dan's
Boy.
top 10.
And what is your
Greatest-
top 10 this week?
Greatest rappers of
I think you should say the name of the person,
All
then try and do an
time.
example of their rap in your own voice.
Yes. I agree with this.
Shall I try that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, in at number 10.
Big Shack.
Okay, Big Shaq
You're
is a-
done, no.
Take man's Twix by force. No
Send
ketchup,
man
just
shot by
sauce.
force.
No ketchup.
Nose like
just-
garden hose. Your dad is
Perspiration
44.
Links effect.
Use
Roll
roll-on. No spray.
Or spray.
The reason why he's number 10 is because he only brought out one song, but that was good enough for him to reach
He's
the
a
top
very
10
comedic.
of all time.
He's a very comedic rapper. He's very funny.
He's my favourite rapper, and I would like to hear more from him.
And
I can't do impersonations of all these.
I'll try if I know them.
Yeah, okay.
And at number 9.
Notorious B.I.G.
I don't know any Notorious
This
B.I.G.
is where
songs.
this gets serious.
I don't know any Notorious B.I.G. songs, I'm sorry.
He just-
name's Biggie. That's my notorious B.I.G.
His belly was as big as his cock. See, people might add Tupac Shakur to their top 10, but I
No,
just
he's
don't
not
rate
very
him as a
good.
rapper whatsoever. Notorious B.I.G. for me was always the superior wordsmith out of the two.
Yes. True.
So he's at number 9.
And at number 8.
Method
Why-
Man.
I don't know any Method Man.
You don't know any Method Man?
Not at all.
Why
I
aren't
probably
you
wouldn't know
doing
if I hear it.
Why aren't you doing the meme?
If I was- If I was
We'll do
like,
it later.
number 8.
if
Because I don't do meme numbers.
if I was doing like
And
top
I'll
10
do-
rap groups, Wu-Tang Clan would be number 1.
Yeah.
And Method Man was my favourite rapper out of that
Oh,
group.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that on the Notorious B.I.G.'s first album, he outclassed Notorious B.I.G. on that album. He was the only featured artist on that album, and he absolutely wiped the floor of B.I.G.
Fair enough.
Number 7. Number 7. 7, as they say in Germany.
Yeah.
Ludacris.
Ludacris. Ludacris.
I'm basing this purely on their back catalogue rather than
Yeah.
and their lyrical prowess, and I just think that
Yeah.
Ludacris for me in the last 20 years has probably been the most entertaining, because his first 3 albums, even the skits were like fantastic, because it was all like comedy skits. Like he had a 50 Cent disc skit where it was like MC Viagra, and the album was called Get Hard or Die Trying.
Nice.
So it's like, and there was also Black Man Struggle, but it was him on the toilet having a shit.
Nice.
But his lyrics as well. I mean, he's just. I don't tend to like Dirty South rappers, but he is probably a cut above the rest of them.
Fair enough.
So yeah, number 7, Ludacris.
Number 6.
6.
Royce the 5'9".
He's the guy who is in Bad Meets Evil.
I mean, if there's a guy that can keep up with Eminem word
Yeah.
for word, it's Royce the 5'9". That's why he is in my top 10.
I would do a
Love his
bit of a
albums. Especially, he does his best work when DJ Premier's producing his music. You find that with DJ Premier, when he's on production, people are like bringing their A game, and I mean, when he's with Eminem as well, it's like,
Yeah.
he's just able to keep toe to toe with him, unlike Jay-Z, who sucks ass.
Jay-Z does suck ass.
He's got blowjob lips.
Yes. And it's number 5 now. I
Number
believe.
5, Black Milk.
Black Milk. I've never heard Black Milk.
You've never heard of Black Milk?
Never heard of Black Milk.
He's an underground artist.
I've
A lot of his stuff's on iTunes. But I like him because we're in a world where it's like mumble rappers and people with little in their name. He's still like true to his craft, if you know what I mean. He's a wordsmith.
Yeah.
He doesn't mumble. His pronunciation's very good. His
Unlike
beat
yours.
selection is shut the fuck up, Ash. Go to
Pronunci-
Nicaragua.
Pronunciation. Come on, Dan.
Pronunciation.
There we go.
Look, go to Nicaragua and fucking die.
I mean Nicaragua, right?
Fuck off. Nicaragua. Go Nicaragua.
You dick.
But yeah, Black Milk, number 5.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes.
Oh fuck! I forgot all my Busta Rhymes lyrics.
This isn't going very well, is it?
I know. I'm trying to remember any Busta Rhymes lyrics. I can't remember any of them.
This guy personified my teenage years to a T. His first 4 or 5 albums were absolute
I've remembered them now.
classics, and now he's just gotten shit.
I've remembered Busta Rhymes lyrics.
He was still good enough back in the day to reach my top 5, and yeah, number
because I'm
4.
feeling like I'm running out. Feeling like
Busta
get
Blood
away,
Vessel.
get away, but I know that I don't, and I won't ever stop.
I would
Get away,
call
never
myself Busta Nut if I was a
You
rapper.
don't want to pop me. Just know that you'll never stop me. I'm like be a little cocky.
Number 3, you'd be surprised by this.
Go.
Eminem.
Ah,
He's not in my top 2.
But
I'll be honest with you, he's like the Elvis of hip hop. He does it better than most black people,
Yeah, true.
and he's gotten better with age as well. And I'll tell you what, that might sound controversial, but a lot of these black artists have said Eminem does it better than them.
However,
His
new song is pretty shit.
It is well, it's because it's got Beyonce, and anything that he does with Rihanna and Beyonce is shit. Oh, and
That's not true. I
Sia,
love the way he lies. Alright.
that's shit. 'Cause it's got
alright.
Rihanna with a
Yeah, but
bloke
he's
voice.
got some great fucking. That's not the song I said it was, but you know whatever.
And then Beyonce with a blowjob lipped husband.
Number 2.
Number 2, Len Goodman.
Who?
Len Goodman.
I don't know who the fuck Len Goodman is.
Do you want me to play a bit of Len Goodman?
Go for it.
Right.
Thinkman's Twix by Force. Sauce. No ketchup.
the opening of his show on a Saturday night.
Yeah. There you go. That's not it. What the hell?
When tech goes wrong.
Oh, hang on.
When tech attacks.
That's
Tech
not it.
Attack.
Look, just take my word for it. He's superb.
Side note, Tech Attack
He's-
is my new tech review website.
He
Okay.
is an absolute wordsmith. He deserves to be in the top 5 of any
John Cooper
true
Clarke is my
hip-hop
favourite
fan's
rapper.
Top 10.
John Cooper Clarke
Len
is my
Goodman
favourite
with his
rapper.
Cockney rhyming slang. The thing is, he could probably out-rap most of these people today.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He is a true Cockney gangster, and yeah, he's my second favourite rapper of all time. He needs to bring a rap album out with production by Dr. Dre,
Paul, can you do the honours?
featuring Eminem.
Scream number 1.
It's number one.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
New York's own Nas.
Nas. Okay.
Oh yeah, you
I was
fucking love
I
that
was
guy.
expecting Tech 9.
See, he's an honourable mention, but I've not heard enough of his stuff to make a proper judgment.
I know Nas. Nas is pretty good.
It's like, I would have put Lupe Fiasco in there. His first 2 albums were good, but now he's just bringing out shit. I was talking about, like, consistency.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z's too gimmicky to be classed
Tech
as a proper
9's
rapper.
never had a bad album.
But I've not heard any of his stuff, so this is just a top 10 based on what I've heard.
No, fair enough.
I mean, Big Shaq's song. That's top 10 all day.
It's comedic.
It's actually
genius.
number 6 in the top 40.
It is, yeah.
We need to get it to number 1. Christmas number
We
1.
should. Christmas
Take man's
number
tricks
one.
by
Take
force.
man's tricks by force.
Send man shot.
Do I still have it? Yes, I do.
Take man's
no.
number one by force. You done know.
hang on.
Big Shaq.
Fuck's sake.
Excuse me.
2 + 2 is 4. -1. That's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block. Smoke trees.
It's classic.
Everyday man's on the block.
Everyday
Smoke trees.
Everyday man's on me
Meet
cock.
that girl in the
Can
square.
we just
that
go,
girl
please,
is
Paul?
uckers.
Lady the Gravel.
That girl was
Gravy.
uckers.
Lady the Gravel. Lady
Can we go, please, Paul? Can we go? Can we leave this?
That was
Thank you.
Dan's top 10.
That's top 10.
That was
good. Beef curtains.
You're right there, Paul. All right, so we have
Bacon bagels.
come to an exciting moment in our
Okay.
lives. There are now so many Star Wars novels being released, produced, that we now have as much content for the expanded universe as there was before it all got wiped away by Disney.
Yeah.
But they still need more. They need to expand more and create more. So we have been tasked.
We've get their 4 billion back somehow.
We've been asked personally by Mickey Mouse to
Yeah.
pitch ideas for new books to expand the Star Wars universe.
Hey, Jason. Do you want to make some ideas from some Star Wars graphic novels?
Oh yes, and as a note, they have said they want to reach a new audience with these things. So
So a country audience then.
a brand new audience, nothing like they've done before. So they want no holds bars. They want out of the box suggestions.
Got it.
That
Ready?
will. Okay. His first pitch by Ashley. Go.
Jar Jar Binks, living with autism. What do you think?
What happened in the book?
It shows you. Well, it's decent all in the title, isn't it? Really?
Is it like a plot structure? Is it like an educational book?
Yeah. It shows what Jar Jar Binks is trying to do, trying to help. It shows us that he's actually the true hero.
Is it like a rock opera?
No.
I think it would make a very good rock opera.
But
Jar Jar
it's
Binks
a comic book.
living with autism.
It's a comic book.
It could be a comic book rock opera.
That's not how rock operas work.
You could have the lyrics in the book,
That'd
and
be
it.
stupid.
Well, it's also autistic, and that's
Yeah, but no, that's not. We're not supposed to shame people with autism, Jason.
I can do it. It's fine.
Just because you're autistic yourself doesn't mean you can shame autism.
It's because I'm special.
What your idea, Dan?
I would like to either see a graphic novel or
I'd like to see how C-3PO
a
lost his arm.
novella of Han Solo's and Leia's wedding day and night. I wonder if between her legs it was Chewbacca. Hey, Chewie! Oh, sorry.
What about you, Jason?
You haven't shaved.
What would you call it?
I would call it 50 Shades of Han and Leia.
What about
With extra Chewbacca.
50 Shades of Nerf Herder?
Who's scruffy looking?
I did think
Looking
of
between
I did
your
think
legs,
of
I can see who's scruffy looking, Leia.
a new character, perhaps.
Okay.
Boris Johnson as Daft Bleeder.
What would you do? Is this like a lost Sith?
He's head of foreign relations.
Ash.
He's got a really bad cyst
Ash, your
under
hair
his
has turned
armpit.
Boris Johnson's.
The-
You're like a ginger
It
Boris.
starts off with Palpatine talking to Anakin. Have you heard the lost Sith fable of Daft Bleeder?
And then all of a sudden you hear a bell
I
going.
didn't think they'd tell you. It's a long lost Sith legend.
You hear a bell going, ching, 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 and then Boris Johnson turns up on his bike. Oh, riff raff
What
is coming
colour
home.
lightsaber would he
Death to
have?
the Empire.
What kind of lightsaber would he have though?
I was
Well, it wouldn't be strong and
floppy
stable.
It would be
Yeah.
floppy and
Be
blonde.
strong
It
and
would just like
stable.
flop
So,
around
you
like
can
a
get-
you know,
whale.
you know, Kylo Ren's
can
got
get-
Knights of Ren. Boris Johnson would have Knights of Eton. And it'd be all the guys from that club he used to hang around with.
No, you can get cracked lightsaber crystals that produce unstable blades.
But it'd be weak and wobbly, wouldn't it?
But what
instead of
colour
strong
would
and
it be?
stable?
What colour would it be?
Yellow.
White.
No.
Like his hair.
Yeah, white.
White.
Yeah.
It would be just like his hair, and it would act like his hair as well. So it would just be a forever
So
like
when the
messy.
wind- when the
It'd be a
wind
messy
blows, his
mop of
hair's
hair. Yeah, exactly.
So I just,
His hair actually is his lightsaber.
it's like his hair's trying to do the Vogue. Vogue.
Okay, well we've made some interesting stories here.
You've not said one yet.
Luke wakes up for a wank.
Right.
But because he's got ADHD, he forgets.
The most amazing story
attention
in all
goes
of Star Wars
somewhere else.
history. This delves more into the psyche of the most celebrated Star Wars character, Luke Skywalker, and
Luke
shows
Skywalker.
shows his private life after he's beaten the Empire and he's got nothing else to do. He decides to have a wank.
With his robot.
It's a really in-depth story, 6 issues long. About him
him
wanking.
exploring his body
you know-
and
no,
wanking.
Or they
Okay.
find
In all
out
seriousness.
that they're all related. Every single character is related from the Deep South in America.
In all
so it's
serious-
a massive incest story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Working
And-
in a
and-
comic book
and
I
shop.
think Dan would enjoy that.
that all comes from
Working
Luke
in a comic book
Skywalker
shop.
having a wank.
Working in a comic
Yeah.
book shop, that wouldn't surprise me if Marvel started doing stories like that because they're just so desperate to actually sell a comic this year.
Incest stories are inclusive.
Honestly, I can see them doing a 6-issue thing of Luke watching paint dry
And wanking.
because they know
at the same
people will
time.
buy it.
He's wanking
With
at
his
the paint
robot hand.
drying with his robot hand.
I
he turns like he puts on turbo mode.
Autopilot.
wonder if he paints his cock green. Would you like to see my other lightsaber?
No, he paints it red, obviously.
He's got neon paint.
Oh yeah, because he goes, I'm going to reenact how I fought my father, Darth Vader, so his cock's red. He's like,
Cuts his cock off.
yeah, cuts his cock off.
Okay, that's some good ideas, lads.
And then he
Disney
gets a
would
robot
appreciate
Good
cock.
ideas. So, how do you think Mickey Mouse would like him?
that. I think you'd love him.
I think he would like the Han and Leia one.
I think I can actually hear him whacking off in the other room to my idea.
Oh, I've got another idea.
Mickey, you're right. You're there.
Someone get me a towel. Jason, I've got another one. For Gay Pride Day.
Gay Pride Day. Oh, let's hear it. Yes, let's hear it.
One Night in Finn, starring Poe Dameron.
I'm coming.
Someone get me a towel, I've made a
Please,
mess.
Paul, save us.
Don't worry, Pluto will lick it up.
Oh, Mickey always calls me a cum vacuum.
What segment is it, Jason? Please.
Alright, let's find out. Oh, Mickey.
I'm gonna knob off this microphone.
Oh, it's the news.
News!
The news!
Dan's on the ball, man.
It's the news, Robbie.
He's ready. Okay, so we touched on this briefly with,
Yes.
with Monkey Cunt of the Week.
I like when people touch me
But-
briefly.
Mugabe, he's out.
I touch you briefly.
He's out, and this is the thing that we never thought that we'd see, like in our
Fucking
lifetime.
right.
Oh,
We never thought we'd see Mugabe actually get kicked out of Zimbabwe.
Hey, by gum, Mugabe's been ousted.
Now remember, last week I was
Mugabe's Magon.
I was
He's been in power for your entire lives, hasn't he? Though?
I'm 19.
30 years, I think.
I noticed
At least.
something though.
What?
He's as black as the back of Bernie Mac's neck.
Continue.
He is burnt.
Jason, continue.
So I was going to get
He's
a
like
list
that rack of ribs
uh,
on what we saw on Facebook. Yeah.
I was going to get a list of all of the things that Mugabe has done of note, but I forgot about that. So I guess we won't be doing that. But I do know this, right? Last year, his birthday party cost
he-
the country of Zimbabwe well over £1,000.
Well over
Just on-
£1,000.
Just on his birthday party.
£1,000.
£1,000?
Ridiculous, £1,000.
I shan't be it. Sorry,
That's not that much money.
sorry, Luke. Sorry, Paul.
That's not that much money, to be honest.
It might have been more. All I know is
Who's
it was
Luke?
like it was expensive, like
just
really
said Luke.
expensive. Yeah, I know. I said, and then I changed it to Paul. I'm sorry, Paul.
Who is Luke?
Luke, he's a friend
Has
of
he ever
mine.
been here?
you know,
Luke's a good boy.
Luke is a good boy.
you know, you said about that his party costing £1,000.
Mm.
I'm trying to find something that someone just left on Facebook just for the sake of leaving it.
£1,000 isn't that much money though.
I think it was more than that.
Who the f-
It was just like it was like a ludicrous amount for a birthday party, and it was paid out of the country's taxes.
Oh right, okay.
As
I think
opposed
it
to
was
his own.
10,000.
10,000. There you go.
1,000. That's like.
And there was like I think there was like a picture of him. He'd like hired strippers, and they pushed his face into the
Here you
cake.
go. I found it.
Into the what? Sorry.
The last
Cake.
Into the cake.
The last royal wedding cost the taxpayer £20 to £30 million for security alone. A few months back, 71 infants and old ladies were incinerated in their own homes because the council couldn't afford an extra £5,000 for fireproof cladding. Forgive my lack of enthusiasm for the hashtag royal wedding.
Now, as much as you say that, right? It was reported a few weeks ago that the royal family brings in a third of the country's income. So, as much as money as they spend on
What
royal
about
weddings,
the other 2/3, the Polish?
Yeah.
well, maybe.
To be fair though, with the royal wedding, think about how much fucking tourism there's going to be and how much money there's going to come because of that
Yeah, but
royal
that's
wedding.
just going to go to the politicians and the rich people.
True.
Well,
That-
yeah,
that
but
is true.
So it
but
don't
but
make
yeah,
any
if we
difference.
take out that third though, then there's still less money to go around, and if there's less money to go around, then the government would just rip more of it away from us.
Yeah. So they're good
You
for something.
got to.
Also,
Yeah,
the work
royal
that the work
wedding,
that
though,
the,
it's like,
to be fair
come
though,
on.
I
I think
don't
the
care
work
about
that
the
the young royals are doing for mental health is great.
Anyway, on to Mugabe.
Yeah,
So they kicked him out.
but then there's still homeless
They were
people
like-
on the streets, and
they
they
were
so they're
like-
not getting the third of the income that the royal family.
They
are
were like,
making.
Mugabe,
Amazon
get
are.
fucked. Get out of here. We don't want you
Cunts.
anymore. Mugabe, like aged 94, probably has fucking like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
Who does?
Mugabe was probably like, because he was sitting there at first. He made like this address, bearing in mind his own party had been like, get out by tomorrow or we're kicking you out, we're impeaching you. And he made this message on thing, and he like made no address. He didn't address at all the fact that he was being impeached. He was acting like he was still president, and he was still going to be
I'm
president
sorry,
for a long time.
he was in a peach.
Yes.
They stuck him in a peach.
I hope they did.
See, when I was a kid, you know when you put someone in custody, I thought it was like in pants filled with custard, and I think that's what the police should do. If you're like, if you commit a crime, you've got to be in a pants full of hot custard, and you've been held in
Custard pants.
custody. Hot custard as well.
I like Dan's Nation.
And you've got to
This
stay
is-
in them until it goes cold and hard.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what will happen when I come into power.
I'm always cold and hard.
You've got to be
Oh.
literal with these things. If you're going to hold someone in custody, custard.
So they got rid of Mugabe, and
Give
in
them a
place,
straw to drink it if they get bored.
they've replaced him with another president.
Called e-by gum.
His name is like Eli Meningagwa.
Meningagua.
It's like Men in Black, but
I thought you were going to say meningitis there for a minute.
I think I've said that right. I'm not sure. The
I like
problem
your
is
Zimbabwean
the-
pronunciation.
the problem is they've like.
Pronunciation.
Side note: the Zimbabwe
Like a
like
cunt.
accent is the best thing ever. They talk like this, and they accent like this, and they talk up and down like this.
the lion is in the
best.
jungle.
Yeah, like that. It's so good. It's so enjoyable.
Do they drink umbungo?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's just the
You'd have to
Congo,
ask
isn't
them.
it?
Yeah.
So yeah, Meningagwa.
Manning Gregory's Bakery.
Meningagwa. My
Greg's
dad.
Bakery, sorry.
My dad made the remark. Does that mean their national anthem is now Manamana?
Manamana.
Do 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 do.
Magagawa. Do 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 do.
Magagawa.
Magagawa. Do 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 do.
Send a letter to them with a CD. Do we record that and say that could be your new
That could be
national
your
on
new
anthem?
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube it.
We could get celebrities to all join in.
I think my
like
favourite
Stephen
bit.
Hawking. Managawa.
Oh my god. that would offend like two big groups as opposed to one. We could have a kid being hit by a train at the same time, and then we get 3 offended parties all in one.
Yeah, might as well offend everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
We must lynch a black man.
Put a Jew in an oven.
Should we put a swastika on a rainbow?
Yeah.
that will insult the queers.
Put a swastika on a Sheeran.
And then we should
A
get.
swastika on a
Then we
Sheeran.
should get a
He
Nazi.
is a Nazi though.
We should get 2 Nazis to
He's a mathematician
to make
Nazi.
out
Gay
and
love.
have sex.
Yeah.
Just right in front of the camera.
Or we could invite Mel Gibson to a bar mitzvah.
Yeah. That wouldn't end badly.
Make him wear a skull cap.
Get him really drunk and see what happens.
It'd be the South Park version. Ah, my nipples!
Make him sniff bath salts at a
I love
a
Mel Gibson.
bar mitzvah. And
Mel Gibson's misunderstood.
He's racist.
Okay,
He's
I
misunderstood.
don't even know where I was
listen.
going with this.
All Australians are
What
racist.
other news do you have?
I was just gonna say the bit that was funny was
That was the bit. Sorry, that wasn't the bit that was funny.
well, the news reporter who was talking about it, he starts like this and he goes, See, nobody knows much about the new president, Meningagwa.
Fuck's sake.
He completely mixed up.
Can't we just call him Gargle on my balls?
Yes, Meningargle.
Can I play something that I found
My balls
on
are
the
gargled.
interweb the other day?
Go
Yes, go ahead.
I'm hoping I've still got it, because if I haven't, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, here you go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Please don't play an advert, please.
Is that a bird?
Singing Bodies by Drowning Pool.
He can growl better than most not singers I know. Fuck's sake.
That's brilliant.
This is it. The human race is doomed. Parrots have learned
That's
how to
it.
sing
End of the
disturb.
End of the podcast. That's it.
Nothing wrong with me.
Done.
Nothing wrong
That's it.
with me.
Bye.
I just broke the interweb.
Daddy.
I paid my pants.
Queenie, please
Jason.
chuck my spear some more.
Jason,
Oh,
flip
stop
your-
squanching.
Beef curtains in my face, bitch.
yes. and
Jason, stop squanching.
Let me feel your sweet flange against my face.
You know what I've not mentioned this entire episode?
Let me
What?
wrap your
Do you know what
beef
we've- do you know
curtains
what we've
around
not
my
talked about this entire
head.
episode?
What?
Paedophiles.
You actually mentioned Pizzagate earlier, so
I mean, paedophiles in the
Paedophiles
general
is in it.
sense.
well, that's
Wow.
cool. Speaking of paedophiles,
Okay.
it's time for Tripod at the movies
Paedophiles.
because Hollywood lol with your
Oh,
host.
okay. I thought
Dan
you were trying
Cameron.
to accuse me of something. I'm not
Dan,
famous yet.
what
As
did
soon
you-
as I'm on Dave, then it's like, oh, he fingered me.
Dan, what did you go and see?
I went to see the Just Us League.
Nice. What's it about?
It's about
The Justice League.
6 DC superheroes who tried to prevent the end of the world
Thor, Spider-Man,
from a guy-
Captain America, Iron Man,
from a
Black
guy-
Hulk, Black Widow,
Black Widow.
Hawkeye,
from a guy named
and
after a metal group. Steppenwolf,
someone else.
born to be mild.
Wild.
Yeah, so I went to the cinema.
Was it any good?
It was something that happened throughout the course of time, like me having a shit in the morning, or
So it was just like it was just mundane.
it was like
It was akin to me
Right,
having a shit
the thing.
in the
The
morning.
thing that gets me right is the film consisted of close-ups of Gal Gadot's ass,
That's not a bad thing.
Jason Momoa's abs, which I was more impressed by than her ass.
That's definitely not a bad thing.
And Ezra Miller, just every line he had was a joke. So
That's
Like-
Flash for you not in the know.
Yeah, I was
I
about
mean,
to say
it's like
Jason.
that sounds like the
Steppenwolf
Flash.
Steppenwolf was going to destroy the world and turn it into like his own shit kingdom. And it was like it was meant to be a serious threat, but then there was Ezra
Thank you.
Miller just like cracking off one-liners like "I bust a nut," and it's like, yeah, I'm not really worried about Steppenwolf taking over the world.
What you mean? You mean frequently and furiously?
Yeah,
I bust a nut every 5
I
minutes.
mean,
Like,
if you look at the characters, right, we know Gal Gadot makes a fantastic Wonder Woman. She's had a first solo movie, and she is fantastic as Wonder Woman. I'm still on the
True.
bench when it comes to Ben Affleck because he's not actually had
and he's leaving.
a solo film. And yeah, apparently he's leaving. They're going to get
Because they,
Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
they promised he would get a solo film before Justice League, and he
They
didn't.
they need to change Ezra Miller for someone else because he's just fucking annoying.
Because Ezra Miller is great as a Flash in a TV show, but he can't do movies.
No, Ezra Miller's not in the TV show. It's someone else.
Is he not? I thought he was.
They need the guy that plays him
Yeah,
in the TV
Yeah, they
show.
need they need to keep the guy. They
I'll
need to
tell
keep
you-
it consistent.
I'll tell you who the most interesting character was, and a lot of people said he was the weakest character, Cyborg.
Mm.
I was generally intrigued by him. But it was just filled with like generic fight scenes. It was like the humour wasn't natural, it was like it was forced.
See, this is what I've said, right?
Like Batman cracking off like cheesy one-liners. Like Batman does not do that.
People keep on criticising the DC movies for being too grimdark and serious, right? And okay, they are very edgy
Yeah.
and grimdark and serious. But like, if they just do the comedic route, if they just do the comical route, then they're just going to get like called out for copying
The
Marvel.
Avengers. Yeah.
The thing,
You know, all they've got to do is just double down on their like, you know, really grimdark, serious, edgy shit.
thing is,
and
right,
I would respect them. I'd be like,
the
okay,
problem,
that's cool.
The problem with DC movies at the moment is that
And also,
they
Ezra
get-
Miller's lines would be better for that.
Yeah, they like the problem with them,
What is that
right,
noise?
is that
What was that? That was weird.
the problem with these movies, right, is that they've had change of writers, change of director.
Yeah.
They've had to refilm bits because they're worried it's not going to be funny enough.
I
or
like
it's
to call
not
that the Ant-Man problem.
And it's like they got Joss Whedon in at the last minute to hopefully work his magic that he did on Avengers. And it just didn't work. It's like it was a 2-hour film. They needed it to be at least 2.5 hours for it to... There was no character
Well, I
development.
mean-
So people who, like myself, didn't know that much about Aquaman or Cyborg, there was nothing there.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There was no Aquaman film before this. There was no
Yeah.
Cyborg film before this.
and no Flash
the
film,
Batman
well, Flash
that we've
TV
got,
series.
The Batman that we've got, we only knew about in Batman v Superman because anything before then, the Christopher
Doesn't
Nolan
count,
ones,
no.
they don't count.
Yeah.
They're fucking amazing, though.
So yeah, they are amazing.
I mean-
they should have gone the Christopher Nolan route. They should have just kept it exactly the same. Double down on it, go all out. Because if you try and even it out and impress everyone, you'll impress no one.
Sometimes change is good.
I mean,
sometimes change
even
is
some
Justice
of the,
League.
Even some of the visual
Yeah, exactly.
effects were like not that good. I mean, the face on Steppenwolf was just dreadful.
What about the,
you know, like the
CG
face of the young Princess Leia on Rogue One, where she looked
Yeah,
like she was
yeah.
having a stroke.
Yeah.
It was like that. It just wasn't well made
What
at all.
about the?
Was it a bad film? No. Was it a good film? No. It was more
mediocre?
Wonder Woman than Suicide Squad, but it was just a non-event. It was meant to be something built up as being absolutely fantastic, but really it was just like
One
a...
of the biggest complaints I heard was
Yeah.
the fact they had to CGI out the guy who plays Superman's mustache.
See, when people say that's the biggest issue, then they just need to
Basically,
fuck off and
what
die
happened is
somewhere.
They Warner
'Cause that
Bros.
was not
spoke
the
to-
issue.
Warner Brothers, it did look kind of uncanny valley though. Warner Brothers spoke to the people of the show it was in, saying, "Okay, for Superman, he needs to shave his mustache off. It's a lot easier for us to shave it off, and then us to pay for expensive CG on your show
You know what it
to
is.
put it on, or pay for a really good expensive mustache than it is to CGI
You
out."
know
And
what
they
it is then.
refused.
They used all the CGI on his mustache, so Steppenwolf's face looked like a fucking testicle.
I mean,
But out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 6. I don't know what the hell DC are doing. I mean, Jeff Johns is meant to be on board, so everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's going to change it round." But I think Warner Brothers are the issue. They keep
Oh, no, it
changing
is.
things.
The Warner Brothers
I
Warner
wanna
Brothers are trying to get their own Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's all they're trying to do, and
Yeah.
it's not working.
I mean,
they
the
should
humour.
stop that.
It's like there was like when they kept smiling at each other. It's meant to be a light-hearted film, and I just couldn't like Batman smiling. It's like, really? And then,
It's an identity problem.
yeah,
It's
it's
an
like
identity problem. DC doesn't know what they are, and neither does the audience.
there was
'cause they
generally
keep trying
one
to
funny
take
bit in it
different-
though. When Superman was first brought back, and he was going all like crazy in that because he didn't know where the hell he was, like his memories, and he was like he had literally all the Justice League members by the short and curlies. He could have easily just destroyed all of them. And then like the Flash tries to like sneak around the back of his Speed Force, and as his like something straight out of Quicksilver from X-Men and that, like the slow motion thing.
Quicksilver's so good.
As Flash is running, Superman sort of looks at that and clocks him, is watching him like that, and Flash's face goes from like this to like a like that, and he's steadily shitting himself as Superman can see him in the Speed Force. That was generally the best bit of the film.
Tell you what they should do, right? They should let the writers for Injustice make the Justice League movie.
They won't do that though. No,
Well, exactly, they won't
It's
do
a bit
that.
like it's a bit
But
like
they're better writers.
it's a
Yeah.
bit like Arsene Wenger and Arsenal, right? It doesn't matter which manager you get to replace Arsene Wenger. The issue being is Stan Kroenke and Ivan Gazidis. You need to cut the head off the dragon in order for things to improve. So you could get like the world's greatest film director to make the next Justice League film, but it will still be a shit film because the people funding it want it to be a certain way. And it's the same with Arsenal Football Club.
No,
they will
it's-
not improve unless they get rid of the people at the top.
Is there any topic you could not turn
true though, isn't it?
into a discussion about football?
No, it's true though, isn't it?
Just out of
It is
interest.
true.
Just out of interest.
It's because it's the most prevalent thing at the moment in
Yeah.
sport.
Legit.
Is Arsenal's like inevitable downward spiral.
Legit, I would be happier, or I am happier and more impressed. I feel like it makes more sense for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to be in Injustice than
The
it is
soundtrack was
for
good,
the
though.
Justice League
Yeah.
movie to make any
The
sense.
soundtrack was good because they had the 1989 Batman theme.
Yeah.
And the first, the Christopher Reeves Superman films,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the theme tune for that. So
Ah.
that was generally the soundtrack was really good. That's Jurassic Park.
I know.
But out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 6.
Fair enough.
That's a shame.
It was just something that happened.
The biggest
Dan,
disappointment.
at least Punisher was good.
Oh, Punisher was like, we need to do Dan and Ash at Netflix or something like that. Dan, Ash and Jason do Netflix.
Dan and Ash Netflix and chill.
Netflix
The
and
tripod
cunt, yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, the tripod Netflix and chill and just watch a series.
Yeah.
And review
We could
it.
do
That'd
that.
be awesome.
Big
But
mouth.
yeah,
Big mouth.
6 out of 10. I tell you what, this would be a controversial thing. I thought Murder on the Orient Express was a better film.
That's not controversial. That's just
Not
true.
good, controversial. Yeah.
I mean, I actually got that, didn't I, from HMV?
You did, yeah, the original.
The original one, so I should watch that.
that's cool.
With my lady love.
That's cool.
Okay, so that's the end of the segment. Let's go to the next one.
Fuck off!
Trickery.
Bacon bites.
What are we? Some kind of Justice League?
No, we're the Just Us League.
Square.
By the way, Terry's chocolate orange. It's not Terry's, it's mine.
I wish it was mine. See the tears running down
Ash,
my face.
I love you like a fat kid love cake.
Dan, I love you
like a fat kid love cake.
I love you like my mum loves me.
I love you like Jason's mum loves me. And casual racism.
Jason's mum does love casual racism, that is true.
She just hates gypsies. Nobody else.
Who doesn't? Who loves gypsies?
Those Indian
please?
children cannot make my blanket.
Look, I'm being serious here. What is there to like about them?
Can we not get into the argument again? Because then otherwise Paul's going to start
I
censoring.
mean, no.
Do you know-
I mean, people. I'm not being funny or
Paul,
anything.
get
but,
the news ready.
But no. But they like every experience I've had with travellers has been
I'm
a bad
sorry,
experience.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Because they lie, sleight of hand.
It's true, I'm afraid.
I mean,
It is
as much
completely true.
as I hate saying this, 99% of the world's population will say the exact same thing.
No, I agree with you. It is completely
And it's
true.
not being racist, it's not being discriminative, it's because they're just a bunch of fucking delinquents. They need to change their... If they want people to respect them, they need to change how they do things.
It is completely true.
Do you know what I mean?
It's 100% true. Yeah,
Right, that's Dan's rant about gypsies for this week. Next
Did
week,
you know-
it'll be even worse.
Fun fact.
a new segment.
Ofcom.
Dan's,
Dan
Dan's
versus
rants. Dan's rants.
Ofcom sees
Could we
pikey
get
as an
Pittsburgh to be a
offensive term.
guest appearance?
Yes, they do.
These bloody spear chuckers.
Ofcom sees pike as an offensive word and is on the watershed list.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
is
can't
it?
say pikey before 9.
But there's a character in
Yeah.
Dad's Army called Pikey.
Yeah.
That's different because it's a name, and that was before it was kind of controversial to say that word.
Pikey.
Yeah.
What about if
A
you're
key
doing
that opens
a
everything.
reenactment of the reenactment?
Didn't they
of
change?
the
Didn't they,
rounds?
didn't they change his
They
name
got
in the
pikes,
film?
haven't they? Pikeys.
Yeah. Didn't they change
Did
his
you-
name in the film? Pikey.
I think so.
Did you hear about, Downton Abbey, where they had to kill off the dogs? It's
Yeah,
called
ISIS.
ISIS.
Yeah, no.
It's like they changed the name of the spy
That was a nice dog
organisation
as well.
in Archer as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did. Their organisation literally got burnt down.
Yeah,
to the
and they
ground.
changed it to something else. I can't remember.
Archer
Shit.
Voice, I think
Yeah.
it was.
And Isis the dog got killed. You know that our friend Brandon, who we just called,
Mm-hmm.
one of his best friends' names is Isis.
Dank.
Who you just called
Who we just called, yeah.
in the stinger
Yeah.
after this.
I know, I don't care. I don't care.
Just to confuse the listeners.
Yeah.
The viewers have to do a bit of they have to put a bit of effort in order to get
Suspension
something
of-
out.
But no,
Yeah. Right now.
his best friend is called Isis.
Oh.
Speaking of putting something in to get something out, today
Quinton's Quandary.
we've
Could
got
I-
Quinton's
could I-
Quandaries.
Could I name my pug Mohammed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to
As
draw a
long
picture
as you don't
of
call it the Prophet Muhammad.
I'm going to draw.
That'd be his first name, the Prophet.
Before putting his
surname
Quandaries, I'm very
Mohammed.
sorry. Do you remember the picture of the Prophet Muhammad that Ryan drew?
Yes.
It was like a dancing flower.
It was like a flower skipping merrily through the fields, and he just had a speech bubble saying, "I'm the Prophet Muhammad."
Oh, right. So, didn't look anything like him, but... Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no depiction.
No,
there's
there
no
isn't,
actual
no.
depiction
He
of
just
Muhammad,
looks
so
like
it could
a
be
guy.
anything.
Doesn't he just look like a guy? He's just a guy, right?
Yeah.
See,
Pretty
the
much.
thing that gets me, right, is
Oh,
that
no.
when I was at London Comic Con, there was a
Please,
guy that
please don't.
cosplayed as Jesus.
Yeah.
So that is insulting to me.
Yeah.
So what if I dressed up as the Prophet Muhammad?
You get beheaded.
It's like
Someone would try to
It's-
stab you.
it's like peas and carrots. Come on,
Yeah,
people,
I know.
chalk and it's like
Peas and
sausages and
rice.
bacon. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like come on, guys. Political correctness has gone
Okay,
stupid.
Quentin's Quandaries. Yay!
Hey!
Quentin's Leap, episode 2. He
Go
leaps
for it.
into a fat black lady.
Wasn't that episode 1?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, he's gone full circle and come back.
I'm sorry. A fat black lady that thinks
Ziggy
she's
says
Jar Jar
you have
Binks.
2 days to stop her from eating an extra slice of chocolate cake, and then her heart will explode.
Oh, hell no.
Paul, please, before we get banned.
Muggy cunt.
Save us before we offend everyone.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. The quandary this week is a little bit alarming, actually.
Oh.
I've sort of seen some stuff in the press about it. And anyway, Quinton's quandary. We could wake up, or even this afternoon, get home and find that the north and south pole of our planets have reversed.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, this has happened many times in Earth's history, but they don't know how quickly it happens. Is it overnight, in a week, in a month, a year?
What would happen if that happened, though?
Well, this is my quandary. What would happen?
It
if the
happens
poles
every
reversed?
time.
Fuck up compasses for sure.
Yep.
What if it happened every time Brexit was mentioned?
It happens every time. It happens every time.
Hard Brexit.
It'd be like a
It
restaurant.
happens. It happens every time I whack off.
Does it?
With every stroke, with every,
every time he
powerful
busts a
master
nut.
stroke.
What do you think would happen?
See, the
I'm
thing
actually
is,
not
there
sure.
are hundreds of thousands of animals that rely on the Earth's magnetic fields to make all their migrations and
Yeah.
feeding
They'd
grounds.
go
and
the other way,
spawning
wouldn't
grounds
they?
and
They
all
go
that.
in the other direction.
They'd be flying to North America and end up in Peterborough again. Where the fuck's this? Isn't New York?
Why do they sound like they're from fucking Norfolk?
Because they all sound like they're from fucking Norfolk.
But that would affect an awful lot of our. All of the internet would be
GPS.
affected. All the
Yeah.
GPS would be affected.
Would it affect like the tides as well?
So when was the
No,
last
that's the
time that this
moon.
happened?
Or is that just the moon, is it?
Billions of years ago.
When,
Yeah,
It's
but
quite
we're
disturbing.
overdue by a million years or so to have
Oh,
one.
God, yeah, we're fucked.
What's
well,
this?
We will be fucked.
What?
Well,
I
I'm
say.
pretty sure the animals would suffer, sure, but I'm pretty sure we would pull ourselves back together quite fairly.
Oh,
fairly
we-
quickly.
probably be able
We
to
would
manage-
survive the
manage.
change, but what would happen in the meantime?
No.
I think
yeah.
I think technology and anything technology related would be fucked.
Be fucked up.
Yeah.
We'd have like a lot of trouble. You definitely wouldn't see this podcast after that.
I have
I mean,
some
not
good.
that you see it right now.
I
but,
have
you
some
know.
good news. I've
What's that?
built a bunker for all of us to stay in.
I don't think that's how. I don't think the magnetic poles would change. I think the magnetic poles would still change in the bunker.
No, but then we won't be like skull fucked by cannibalistic.
I was about to
mutant
say
cyborgs.
we could hide away from the cross. Didn't
They did a very interesting thing on. I don't know if you saw it on the television quite some years
I don't
ago
watch TV, I'm
about
sorry.
if we suddenly run out of oil for 1 week, and they showed you what would happen because there'd be no transport, there'd be
Dangerous to
no
his head.
food, there'd be no machinery working, there'd be nothing happening.
Ah, yeah.
And within 1 week, they did this sort of forecast. People would be killing each other within 1 week for food and general.
The only person that would be left alive is Ray Mears.
Who?
He's one of these hunter-gatherer guys, like wilderness people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Bear Grylls.
What, yeah, I was about to say, what about Bear Grylls?
And Bear Grylls.
Staying there drinking his own piss.
Yeah.
Survive.
But it is quite a quandary. What will happen to all of us and the planet and animals
We'll be fucked.
if the
Yeah.
poles reverse, which they are due to do?
Yeah, it'd be fucked.
If that happened, Boris Johnson would act normal.
Could you imagine if, when that happened, everything that is
Donald Trump
was
becomes a
reversed.
competent president.
Dan,
Everything
It's like-
reverses.
It would be like the episode
would we
of
be on a team?
Huh?
Would me, you, and Jason be on a team?
We'd still be on the team.
You-
We would be the one constant in the entire universe.
Brandon as
You know
well?
what it would be like?
Yeah, Brandon, Paul.
Yeah.
So it would be like that episode of Doctor Who where
Who has
everyone's
the
face
biggest-
started shaking, they turn into Master, except everyone's
may-
face starts shaking and they turn into Boris Johnson.
We
But it's a
may.
question.
and then
we
Boris
may-
Johnson just turns into a regular
We may be
person.
transgender
Okay.
and passive aggressive.
Who has the biggest car?
Who has the biggest car?
Yeah.
Dan,
We can carry more stuff in there.
passive aggressive?
Well, that will be Paul's.
Yeah.
So we drive around in
van,
Paul's
yeah.
death
Can't we
wagon.
paint your van like the A-Team van?
Or Scooby-Doo
And
van?
Ash can
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
Mystery Machine.
I've got a Scooby-Doo
Ball
onesie.
fondlers.
Ball fondlers. Yeah, we'll be the
Ball
ball
Actually,
fondlers.
actually, I'm going on a ghost hunt soon,
Oh,
Cool.
shit.
and I'm dressing up
Well,
as Scooby-Doo.
that was a
for it.
very interesting quandary.
Yes. Well,
Right, Scooby.
I hope it doesn't keep you awake at night.
It won't, believe me. Nothing will keep me awake at night other than YouTube. Okay, let's move
Yeah,
on.
I can
to
sleep
the
for anything,
Final segment.
even a podcast.
Ash's
my
Ash's
quandary,
dressing as Scrappy-Doo.
My quandary next week involves Dan mostly about how can you get decent porn through Pornhub without paying for it.
Yeah.
Very easily.
That's a quandary.
That
It's
is
not a quandary, it's easy.
I mean, you can get porn for free on Pornhub, but it's not decent.
So what you're saying is next week
X
isn't
videos
really
is better.
a Quinton's quandary, it's more of a Quinton's query.
So yeah, Quinton's query.
I thought
I
you-
always get those two
I
mixed
thought
up.
you were going to say how much has Dan's balls shriveled after having sex with over 700 women.
Please, can we move on?
It's the size of a peanut.
They're like figs.
Sultanas.
A date. Would you like a date? How about next Thursday?
Right, thanks,
Suck on
guys.
these dates.
Suck on these nuts, bitch.
These nuts. Ha. Got him.
Suck on my twiglet.
I call shotgun.
No, you're shotgun on the way here. I'm getting on the way
Here
back.
in my car, I hop into Aldi's, I get myself some beef pies, and then I get in back in my car. Doo-doo.
Well, that was the show.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Unfortunately, it was a good show.
It was an alright show.
Considering we had nothing planned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Considering we had nothing.
Jason.
That was. I'm sorry, it's my fault.
The
Apparently,
board of directors
to do
are not happy.
everything for you.
Sora is absolutely wanking furiously right now.
But yeah, that was the show. Thanks for listening, everyone. Let's roll
Did
it
Sora
out
wake up to have a wank?
properly. Jason,
Yeah.
give me your things.
Oh yeah, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Jason Gould. You can find me on the YouTube channel Jason Gould, otherwise known as WizKing27. On there, I post about random shit that you probably won't really care about. If you want to see me play games for whatever reason, you can
I'd
go
love
to
to see you play
Vault
games.
Entertainment or Vault Archives, which is where I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we'll actually start doing it this time. I promise. I swear, pinky promise. If not, I'll chop off my own dick live on stream.
Hi, I'm Ashley. You can find me live on YouTube.
The long
at the
free
channel
Enigma
Lone
free.
Enigma, which is LON Free Enigma, and on Twitter at the same name. On those channels and Twitters, I post bullshit and nothing else.
And pictures of you dressed as a Nazi.
And pictures of me dressed. No, that's not on Twitter. That's on Facebook.
And your face in the flames.
However, it's okay. Jace, Dan,
What?
tell us your stuff.
You can follow me into a brothel if you like.
And on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
And finally, Paulie Paul Quinton.
Yes, you can find me very angry if you don't listen to what I'm saying. Right.
That was a tripod.
And-
Thanks for listening.
That was good.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
guys. Yeah.
You can find me sat in the corner crying while having a wank.
Dan, sing us out.
No.
No? I'll sing us out.
Oh, it's good to be.
Do you want me to sing? Do you want me to sing Reeboks or Nike?
Is this a Reeboks or a Nike?
Oh,
And
Call your mother. She loves you. Curtains.
Okay, guys, I need you to be quiet now, because I'm going to ring Brandon
Fiddlesticks.
on call, on podcast.
Okay. Piston engines. Lederhosen. Oktoberfest. David Hasselhoff.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Alright, you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Are you still coming to mine after the interview?
I'm currently on your sofa, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I hope you're not having a wangle.
Tank.
No, I've got the quilt over me. I'm considering taking a nap.
Fair enough. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to go to town after
And spend some money.
after the podcast. I'm going to come to yours mine afterwards.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have anything to say to the fine people of the tripod audience, because you're being recorded?
Say beef curtains.
Oh, that's great. Long time no see, people.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
Say beef curtains.
Pardon?
Say beef curtains.
Beef curtains.
There we go.
Really?
See you later, mate.
Say bacon drapes.
Bye bye.
He didn't actually.
He broke the law.
Ash didn't actually hit his head on the microphone there. I want
That was
to
my
point out
finger.
that was his finger.
You haven't done it all episode.
Yeah, I know.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, yeah,
you
that
go.
was.
I'll make a cunt out of you yet.
Oh,
Did I?
make a cut.
I don't remember that.
Out of you.
Boy,
Tranquil as a forest.
boy for sale. I'll give
Yeah,
you
just
50
shit.
for him.
On Jason.
As a Tory.
Right up the shitter.
I enjoyed that.
Tripod, tripod. Three cunts and they're sitting here doing nothing but it's a tripod. Tripod, tripod.